Hey, this is a quick video demo of the QueryLens Chrome extension. First of all, what does it do? What is the purpose of the extension? The idea is to help make it easy to analyze the content of any given page on the web, and analyze its relevance to the target phrases or keywords that you might be targeting on that page. And it does two types of analysis. It does a semantic analysis, the extent to which your content is semantically related to the topic that you've defined for that page, and it does a lexical analysis, the extent to which the actual keywords that you're targeting are reflected across the page. And then it provides a score for both of those and a blended score, and you can adjust the weighting of the semantic versus the lexical analysis. So I think, though, the best thing to do now is to show you it in action. So I'm looking at this SEMrush blog post, what is answer engine optimization and how to do it. I'm going to assume that the phrase they are going after is this opening phrase here, what is answer engine optimization? So if we assume that that's the target phrase here on this page, we can activate the extension. And in fact, the first thing that you'll need to do, though, before we can use it is you need to enter an OpenAI API key. That is, it's important to note, stored locally in Chrome memory. It's not sent anywhere, it's not shared with anybody, it is stored locally on your machine in Chrome memory. And it will persist across uses or sessions of using the extension. But if you want, you can clear it after every use. That's no trouble. Now, assuming that you've entered your OpenAI API key and you want to go ahead and use this, the first thing we have to do is set our topic targeting for the page that we're going to analyze. So in this case, we're assuming that the primary target phrase we're going after is what is answer engine optimization. If we wanted to, we could also enter up to 10 comma-separated secondary phrases. For the purposes of this demo, I'm not going to bother with that. And then we can choose our how we want to weight the analysis. Do we want to weight it towards semantic analysis, or do we want to weight the overall scoring more towards lexical? And for the extension, we've made some assumptions about how you might want to weight that based on whether or not it's an article or info page, an e-commerce sort of catalog page, or you can set custom weighting. So you can literally choose exactly how you want the weighting to work on the blended overall score for the page. In this instance, I'm just going to choose the article info page default, which is weighted 80% to semantic analysis. So we've entered our primary phrase, we've chose our page weighting type. Let's analyze. So what it does now, the extension is creating a topic vector, getting an embedding for our topic. In this case, it's just one primary phrase. If we had some secondary phrases, it would create an embedding that utilized the primary and secondary phrases with a upweighting on the primary phrase. And then it also goes through and grabs every chunk of content on the page. So the page meta title, the meta description, the H1 or multiple H1s if there are multiple, H2s, H3s, or the individual paragraphs or divs of content are treated as individual blocks as well. And the image alt tags, importantly. And so in the extension window here, after it's completed the analysis, you get this summary. And so, here we've got the semantic score and the lexical score for our meta title, the same for our meta description. And you can see here we have a blended score in the third column, and that's blended based on our choice of weighting. And then we have an average for the H1 or H1s, as there may be on any given page, H2s, H3s, and the body copy. It doesn't mention image alt tags here, but it does calculate the scores, semantic and lexical scores for all image alt tags as well. You can download a CSV which will have all of the information. So for every chunk of content that was analyzed, it will provide the semantic, lexical, and blended scores. So you can see those individually. And then the overall score provided here is based on the meta title, not the description, just the meta title, H1, H2s, opening 500 words of content, and image alt tags. as well. And so in this case, we can see here that we have a strong topical alignment, strong keyword signaling or lexical alignment, and the blended score is 0.75. So actually pretty good. That's a good score. The other thing that the extension does is it color codes the page. So based on that overall on the blended score of each individual content chunk, it color codes it. The deeper the green, the better the score, and the deeper the red, the worse the score. So you can see here that our headline scores pretty well. It's highlighted in green. It's got the exact phrase in it, so that's fine. Most of this opening content is pretty close. Interestingly, this image, the first image in the blog post, is outlined in red, and that's because it has scored not especially well in the overall score. So let's actually have a look at the alt attribute. Yeah, the alt attribute here is a screenshot of Google's AI mode. So semantically and lexically not especially closely related to the topic that we assume that we're targeting on this page. It's not the case, I should point out, that everything needs to be green on a given page. That's never going to happen. What this does do, though, is provide a nice visual guide to where content on the page, and of course you should be looking at the most important content on the page, the extent to which that may drift from our target topic. So, that opening image alt tag might be one, for example, they would, might want to look at. That's it in a nutshell. I'm really interested in any feedback people have got. You can drop a comment on the website or here on YouTube. Would love to know what people think. Yeah, thanks very much.